How do you become a better husband? I got this question a little while ago. How do I become a better husband? And the way I'm going to title this question is, how do I become a better husband or wife? Because I'm aware that I will get a comment in the YouTube comment box that's going to say, well, what about the wife? Like, how do I become a better wife? And listen, the answer goes hand in hand, okay? So what I want to help you understand is the way that you become a better husband or a better wife is by focusing on the root of the issue. Now, the issue is, hey, I may be having challenges in my marriage, right? I want to become a better husband so that things can go great. So when you really focus on the center of the issue, think about it like this. You always want to focus on the root instead of the fruit. If I have an apple tree in my front yard and you just decided, you say, you know what, I cannot stand those apples, I want to get rid of them, and you go and you take a baseball bat and you swing the baseball bat at the 10 apples that I have on my tree and you splatter them all and then you go home. Well, hey, I'm not really mad because in a little while I'm going to have 10 more apples coming out of my tree. In other words, you did not deal with the root, you just deal with the fruit. So many people are dealing with the fruit. They walking around talking about they're mad at their spouse because they went to a restaurant and they didn't know what they wanted to eat. Oh, that's not nothing that really makes you mad at somebody. It just so happens that that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Meaning that there are other issues that are in the pipeline that you're really probably mad at them about, or they're mad at you about. And that just so happened to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay? And what do I mean by the straw that broke the camel's back? To give you an example, if there's a camel walking, let's just say you put 500 pounds on his back and he's still walking, there has to be a breaking point. I don't know, it may be 503 pounds, it may be 503.64. I don't know. So when I say a straw, that means it was just the last little something that it took for the issue to, for it to surface, okay? So let's get back to what I was saying. You deal with everything at the root. And listen, here is how you can always get to the root. The very first step is you're looking at the issue. You're not looking for the fault of the other person. Stop worrying about what they did wrong. I know they did something wrong. Hey, I understand. But you're going to be all right, though. We're here to deal with you. Listen, if you focus on you and focus on fixing your part, that will minister love to them and they will want to fix their part. But you got to focus on you. Even if the issue is only 1/10 your fault, I guarantee you, if you fix your fraction, if you get yourself in line, if you're still ministering love to them, right? If you're still forgiving them, if you're still showing them love, if you're still making an effort every day to fix your part, they'll say, well, man, he or she done, look, he or she, they done got this together. They done started doing this. They done started doing this or whatever. Like, maybe I need to work on this. Instead of you sitting there pointing a finger at everything. And we, especially as men, we have to focus on like what can I do right? Like what can I take to the next level? Like, God, like, shape me up, use me. Like, speak to my heart. Let me know what it is that I'm doing wrong. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better spiritual leader. I want to be a better follower of you, Lord. Like, speak to me. Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. Okay? So, overall, the answer to that question, if you want to be a better husband, is to deal with the root of the situation. Find out what the root is and find out what can I do. Like what am I at fault? Like let me get myself together. The second part of that question, which should be the first, but it's not, just because this is second doesn't mean that it goes behind the last one. The second part of the question is to become more like Christ, which is supposed to be first, but it just so happened to flow in this order. Like I said, it doesn't mean because it's number 2 that is number 2, right? I think you follow what I'm saying. So let me break it down a little more. Put number 2 where number 1 is, and put number 1 where number 2 is. Okay, number 1 is gonna be becoming more like Christ, because guess what? It's all included in the package. If I go to Walmart right now, I already know where it's at. I think aisle number 10 or 11, I'm not sure. And I go and get a big bag of chips for $5.97. It's going to be 20 packs of little bitty bags of chips. It's going to be Doritos, Fritos, it's going to be Lay's, it's going to be Cheetos, and I think like Funyuns or something like that. You get about 20 different packs of chips. In other words, it's all like you give them $6 or however much it is with tax, and it all comes in the package. It's all loaded up in there. So when you become more like Christ, forgiveness, showing people mercy, compassion, being gentle with them, showing them love, it all comes in the package. So you don't have to run after things like, oh, I'm trying to learn how to forgive. I'm trying to learn how to. No, you learn how to become like Christ, and he's going to give you a package with all of it in it. It's an all-in-one. So when you become more like him, you automatically become a better husband. You automatically become a better father. You automatically become a better servant. Guess what? When you become more like Christ, you're going to want to serve your wife. You're going to want to say, man, listen, she may not be, she may not be doing a whole lot, but it will make you appreciate what it is that she's doing for you. You understand? She may cook, let's say, once every 2 months. But guess what? The servant in you may say, well, man, if she only cooks once out of every 2 months, like, let me stop thinking about myself and stop thinking about the fact that, I want a meal to eat, like, how about I stop and get the groceries and make something to eat? Maybe she wants to eat too. Maybe she's human too. Maybe she has an appetite too. Maybe I can serve and make the meal. Like, what can I do in this situation? So we as men, or we as Christians, we don't want to just sit back and always try to be in a mental place to like, how can I receive? No, it's how can you give? How can you give? Many people say, well, man, should no man be cooking? Now, my next question to you is, who told you that? Like, you don't have to be a chef to cook. You don't have to be, an expert to put some clothes in the wash put some clothes in a wash machine. You don't have to, those little bounty sheets that you throw in the dryer. You don't have to be an expert to know how to pinch off 2 bounty sheets and throw them in there with some clothes and hit the dryer button. Like, don't sit back and think that, just because you're a husband that, that you shouldn't want to do anything. Like, no, you want to serve. Okay? So, I don't know. I hope that answers your question. The way that you can become a better husband is to serve. See what you can do to kind of take a load off of your wife's plate. I don't know. Maybe taking a load off of her plate may be to just listen to her day. She may have had a long day. She may have worked a 15-hour shift. I don't know. Maybe a 3-hour shift. I'm not sure. Even if she only worked a 3-hour shift, still give her your undivided attention and listen to how her day went. She may just want to talk about things. She may not want you to answer the question. She may not want you to give her a scripture. She may not want godly counsel from the situation or the issue. She may just want you to listen. So in other words, you have to find the gap. You have to ask the Lord, what can I do to serve my wife more? Or if you're a woman, look, Lord, what can I do to serve my husband more? And I guarantee you that he'll show you. I don't know, maybe you might need to stop having an attitude with him so much. Maybe you might need to stop yelling at him so much, stop cursing at him so much. I don't know, maybe y'all watch a lot of TV and all you want to do is watch sports all the time, and she may want to watch Nickelodeon or some SpongeBob, I know she kind of childish a little bit. She may want to watch SpongeBob all the time. Hey, guess what? You may have to sacrifice one of them nights of watching LeBron James. I know you like seeing LeBron, but guess what? Hey, LeBron ain't worried about your marriage, LeBron don't understand that your marriage is on the rocks right now. LeBron drinking some Gatorade right now. Like LeBron is okay, but sometimes, listen, you have to give to get. You may have to give up a night and watching NBA, and maybe you might want to take your wife out to dinner like you used to do whenever y'all were dating. You might want to get her a card or a flower or something that you used to get her, but now you stop just because you're married. I don't know. Maybe you might want to watch the kids while she go out with her cousin. They may want to go eat or she may want to go to the movies with you know, a co-op, you know, one of her girlfriends or something. I don't know, right? Like, in other words, you got to just find the gap and be a better servant. And what you will find is that they will automatically serve you too. Why? Because it's hard to be around somebody that's serving and it doesn't jump off on you. You want to serve too. Let me give you an example, and then I'm gonna let you go. Then I'm gonna let you go because it's about 10 minutes on this video. I didn't want to hold you too long, but hey, I just want you to hear me out. All right, I just hope that I help answer your question. Check this out. Let me ask you a serious question. Let's just say you go to work and it's time for you to get off work and you come outside and your car is just washed. Like somebody put some Armor All on your tires, you know, like they done put Armor All on your windshield, everything. Like they shined everything up. They waxed your car. Your car looked like it's brand new. Before you get in that car, and let's just say nobody told you who did it. Before you get in that car to drive off, you're going to look around like, what in the world just not happened? Like, who did this? You're going to be looking around like, no, seriously. No, like, all jokes aside, like who did this? Why? Because you're going to want to tell them thank you. Some people are going to say, look, I just got to pay them $10 or $5. Like, I have to give them something. Like, in other words, some people are not used to being served. They don't know how to receive it. So when someone serves you, it puts you in a position to where you naturally just want to do something from everybody else. If you had on your mind, if you said, you know what, whenever I come home today, I'm going to wash all of my clothes. And let's say that may take you, I don't know, an hour and a half, depending on the wash machine you use. I know some wash machines you be turning all day, right? So the whole process of putting it in, then putting it in the dryer, then you got to put another load in, that may take an hour and a half. But let's just say your wife got home early that day, or you got home early that day, and he or she was working late. And let's just say that they did it for you. When you came home, everything was washed, look, folded, had the little bounding sheet on top. You know, it smelled like roses and bananas and stuff like that. Well, I don't know about a banana, but yeah, not a banana. Roses, you know what I'm talking about. It smelling like roses. Guess what? You're going to say, what? I got an hour and 30 minutes of free time, basically. Like, I was expecting to spend that time, you know, doing this or doing that. The very next thing clicks in your mind is like, how can I serve him or her? Like, is there something I can help with? Like, I want to help you. Why? Because it feels good when somebody serves you. So listen, that's just my little piece of advice for that. If you want to be a better husband, find a gap that you can help with. You know, if your wife, if she got that little iron, you know, it's taking her 45 minutes to iron her work pants every morning. You know, y'all got the little $3 iron from the dollar store that be throwing out that brown stuff on her pants. You know what I'm talking. I had one of those irons before, so I know you know what I'm talking about. Those little cheap irons where they throw brown water all on your pants and mess. Man, listen, stop at the store and get a $9 iron. You know, like I ain't telling you go get a $20 iron. I'm just saying, hey, go from faith to faith. You know what I'm saying? Get you a $9 iron, all right? Matter of fact, get that coupon out the sales paper too. Might be $7.50. You never know. Hey, you never know. But I'm just saying, maybe if she wake up the next morning and you have a better iron, and she don't have to look forward to the brown stuff staining her yellow pants, she may say, what? Like, and guess what? That'll put her in a better mood. Now you just helped her for the next 5 years or however long you plan to keep that iron. Because guess what? That iron isn't going anywhere. I never known a thief that broke in somebody's house and took their iron. Okay? So just from you making that $7 investment, that's going to help you for the next years. Why? No other pants going to get ruined. It might not mean anything to you because your clothes always wrinkle. You don't even use the iron. I understand. But to her, using it every morning, you just relieved a whole lot of stress, okay? Why? You just filled a gap. It wasn't anything huge. And that's the problem. Sometimes we think we have to do something huge, but we just have to find those little gaps and find out how we can serve people better, okay? Because marriage is all about serving each other, because ultimately, marriage is ministry as unto the Lord. Like we are working for the Lord, right? Okay? It's about serving the Lord. That's what it's all about. And then that trickles down upon us and we serve each other, okay? So listen, I love you. I hope that this helped. If this video helped you in any kind of way, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video with a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, I will talk to you in the very next video. I love y'all. Hey, go buy that iron I'm telling you about. Get that coupon too. I love you.